Okay. Well, hey, what's up, y'all? Give me a thumbs up. Our stream just, if you can hit that thumbs up if the audio is okay, we'll get started in about a minute, minute and a half. This is my good friend Lynette. It's going to be our yoga model today. I hope you can hear this audio. And we'll give everybody just another minute because the other stream went out, and sometimes it takes a second just to find where we're at, where we're streaming from. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Namasteve here, again with my good friend Lynette. Lynette I know from Core Power Yoga, and she lives right up the block from me as well. So she's always in the studio, always practicing, except she is a little nervous. She's told me that, everybody. She hasn't been practicing much yoga lately, which is the case for a lot of us. So I'm really glad you're here with us, Lynette. I'm glad you tuned back in, everybody. Let's see here. Okay, got 2 thumbs up, so I think that audio's working. What do you say here, everybody? Let's get started right away. Child's pose, please, huh? Malasana, we call this. So, as you know, it's supposed to be a pretty non-invasive posture. We don't want to just hop into our yoga practice and go into something crazy that, you're not open enough to do. What we want to do is use this time in the beginning of our practice to take a little time, right, to start to just ease into it. And how we can do that in this simple posture. It's not too invasive, and if it is for you, for whatever reason, knee issues, ankle issues, lay on your back, lay on your stomach. But what we do here in Child's Pose is really begin this process, and this practice of yoga is a process. It is an ancient science of settling our mind. So what you can do here is just start to notice anything along the lines of sensation, tightness, tension, resistance. Maybe it's the sensation of your shins pressing firmly against your mat. Just notice what you feel and where you feel it. And we don't have to overthink that. We don't have to analyze that or really do anything about that. We just want to kind of notice. And these are a lot of the areas of tightness, of tension, of resistance that we're going to get into, and we're going to completely open up, or we're going to create some space, and we're going to erase all that tightness and tension and resistance. From here, everybody, let's begin the major, let's say, meat and potatoes of the practice, because you always hear that term in yoga, by exhaling everything out together. There we go. And then nice and slow together, we'll inhale through your nose. Take a big, big breath in here. And exhale through your mouth. And you clear that out. Once again, inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. Seal your lips. Breathe in through your nose. Keep them sealed. Breathe out through your nose. Just like that, everybody. Inhale, invite your breath in really, really deep. And exhale, draw your navel in and up. Kind of firm up your belly here and gently push your breath out. Let's find a rhythmic pace, everybody. Inhales that are equal to and balanced with our exhales. Go for it. Take it on. What you're establishing is a breath that is, it's deep. It's deep diaphragm breathing. But just like with anything else in our yoga practice and anything else in our life, sometimes that can get away from us. And we can slip into that mindset of trying too hard, of just go, 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 I need more, push harder. Here, you want it to be even and balanced, right? Your breath is really directly reflective of your state of mind, your whole entire state of being. So we're trying to get out of this struggling and straining mindset and move more into a relaxed state, a rest and digest state. And that's easy right now, as many of you all know that this practice is going to get a bit more challenging, tougher. Let's see if we can just make this a practice of remaining calm, so that you move through those postures, those asanas, these simulated stressful situations, while maintaining this breath and in turn that relaxed state. And of course the idea is, because remember we were talking about the other day, the way you do anything is the way you do everything. The idea is if you can do it here on your mat, then it's going to be easier once you get out into the world. And you're stuck in traffic and you're dealing with these people that you don't like to deal with, that usually set you off. And what if in these situations you can be a little bit less reactive? I think if that's the case, then we could be a little bit happier. Right? We could have less stress and less tension. And science tells us that 90-some% of disease and illness are caused, they're triggered by stress and stress response. This is a practice that works directly with lessening stress response, everybody. So I'm glad you're here. And again, I want to thank my good friend Lynette for being my yoga model and hosting us. We're at Lynette's house. There's a beautiful backyard here, everybody. Breathe well. That's rule 1. Rule 2 is honor what you're feeling and make this all about you. Take as many breaks as you need. And rule number 3, you know it, everybody. You got to thank yourself for being here. You got to tell yourself, good job. Nobody can hear you do it, but it matters you do it. Breathe well, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Now when you're ready, this is a long child's pose. So we're going to inhale, ease our way up to tabletop, all fours here. And after that long child's pose, curl your toes and send your hips to the sky. Our very first downward facing doggy of our day. For Lynette, this might be like the first one of her month, right? First dogger of the month. So she's pedaling her feet out. She's just like in child's pose. You're kind of feeling it out. Like, what do I feel? Where do I feel it? Because chances are, this is going to expose a lot more tightness and a lot more sensation. And that's cool. Once again, we don't have to overthink it. We don't have to overanalyze it. We just want to feel and acknowledge it. Oh, really, really good. Fingertips really, really wide, everybody. Good. Lynette is awesome with her little bend in her knees here, because she knows that allows her to press her hips higher. And head dropping down. Look towards your knees, maybe towards your thighs, so the back of your neck is nice and long. Really good. Circle your triceps in towards your cheekbones. And then let's take about 3 more breaths here. We're going to take this one kind of slow here today, everybody. Most of y'all that know me know that slow doesn't necessarily mean easy. In a lot of ways, it means a little bit more challenging. Right? Because our life moves fast. I'm doing this and I'm thinking about doing that, and I'm here and I'm thinking about being there. So a lot of times if something like this were to move fast, that almost feeds into the busyness of your life. But here, it's all about settling our mind and slowing down, and that can be a challenge for a lot of us. From here, everybody. There we go. I'll tell you what. Step your feet wider towards the edges of your mat. And then see if you can angle your heels in and your toes out. And then as you do that, walk your hands back towards your feet. And as you do that, rather, bend your knees and squat down into Malasana, your frog pose. Now, if you have a block there, you can sit on a block. I purposely left them at the front of her mat so she cannot sit on it. No, I'm just kidding. She'll let me know if she needs it. But check it out. Her spine is pretty straight here. She's not rounding down. Her tailbone's pulling down. Her crown is reaching up. And she's gently using her elbows and her triceps against her inner thighs and her knees to pry your hips open. Now, take about 3 more deep breaths here, everybody. Really deep. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your breath in really deep. Keep it flowing free. One more, y'all, you do. Exhale, really good breathing, Lynette. Let's interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, straighten your arms up so that your biceps are by your ears. Chin away from chest here, and then we're going to come to standing in 5. Just really nice and slow. 4. So you might feel a little burn in your thighs. We're coming to standing in 3. You're more than halfway up. 2. I got to help them along here every once in a while. Come all the way up. Good. Now we're coming back down. See if you can move with my count, y'all. 5. There we go. 4. It's just a little bit slower than you want to move. 3. But you feel that burn, and you're starting to get benefit too. Slide your hands back to heart center. Take a big, beautiful breath in and say sayonara to this one. And then exhale, release to forward fold. Straighten your legs, dive your torso down. Heel toe your feet in, back to about hips width apart. Bend your knees at least a little bit here, everybody. And then swim your hands behind you and interlace your fingers at your lower back. Let's get some chest expansion, huh? Inhale. Now with a little bend in those knees, find a halfway lift. Come up. Your shoulders are going to roll back, and you're going to really broaden across your heart. And then exhale, fold down deep, dive in deep, and breathe really, really deep. Y'all. Awesome. It's our kind of slow power flow here, everybody. It's going to be challenging. You don't have to worry about that. It's going to be really, really beneficial. And yoga, in my humble opinion, is never something that we should do fast. In fact, I think the slower you do it, the more mindfulness you can bring to it. And since yoga isn't what we do, it's how we do what we do, that means we can get more value out of it. Take one more big breath in here, y'all. And then exhale, go ahead, release your hands to the ground. Now find an inhale, find a halfway lift, flat back. See how she brings her hands to her shins? She's flattening out her spine here. Let me get my social distance adjuster. Exhale, fold, clench your palms, and then walk it all the way out to plank pose. High push-up position, y'all. Now, 2 things that help to steady, will anchor you in your practice and steady your mind. 1 is a steady visual gaze, because that's reflective of what's going on inward in our brain. And 2 is this deep diaphragm breathing, because it's not natural, and it requires you to bring awareness and attention to it. When you bring awareness and attention towards one thing, that's a meditation, and that's exactly what this is. Take one more big, beautiful breath in here. Beautiful, Lynette. And then exhale, let's lower all the way down to your chest. And then slide your hands back a little bit. Untuck toes, tops of the feet down. Now, see if you can lift your knees by engaging your quadriceps there. Good, Lynette. And then inhale's cobra pose. Just make it gentle. Lift up a little bit, and what you're doing is using the muscles in your lower back to create that lift. And then exhale, take her back down. Let's go 4 more. Ease into it. Inhale, Kobrasana, Bhujangasana. Think about having no wrinkles in the back of your neck, and she looks really good here. Exhale, take her back down. Number 3, everybody. Inhale, press down, lift up, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, take her back down. Number 4. Inhale, lifting it up just to that perfect degree. Exhale, take her back down. And then last one. Inhale, press down, lift up, breathe in here, everybody. Beautiful work. Exhale, take her back down. Let's inhale, press to hands and knees here, tabletop. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Let's go through 5 cat and cow. So inhale, look up, dip your stomach down, breathe in. Awesome, everybody. Exhale, chin to your chest, round your spine, push your breath out. Now go 4 more on your own, everybody. 4 more on your own. Okay, you're exaggerating the size of your breath, exaggerating the size of your movement, your spinal flexion and extension. And when you're done with that, you're simply going to curl your toes and send your hips to the sky for downward facing dog. All right, everybody. Little bend in your knees goes a long way. If you've been paying attention to these classes, if you've been tuning in, you know that. With that length in your upper spine and your torso. Take a breath in here. Slow breath out here. And let's just start to move a little bit, slowly. Inhale, bend your knees and look forward here. End of your exhale, walk or lightly hop your feet between your hands. Your heels and toes are going to touch all the way together. Inhale, now find a halfway lift, a flat back as you breathe it on in. Really good. Exhale, fold down deep and push your breath out. Now lead with your chest and inhale, rise. Go ahead and float your torso all the way up high. Press your palms and lean it back just till it feels really good. And then exhale, fold with a flat spine. Lay your torso out long and push your breath out. And inhale, find a halfway lift. You can take your hands to your shins like Lynette here. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank. Let's drop to our knees for this one, huh? And see how her knees here is. This isn't like a tabletop. Her knees are behind her hips. Inhale, shift a couple inches forward here. Really good. Exhale, just lower halfway down. Awesome. See how her shoulders, same level as her elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Feed your heart through, shoulders back here. And then exhale, send your hips to the sky. The downward, the facing, and dogger. And deep diaphragm breathing, as you know, is the foundation of our meditation. Woo! I commend you for showing up to your mat here, everybody. I hope I can stay with you here today. I forgot to put my camera, my phone, which I'm streaming off of, in. I usually have an umbrella, right, that keeps it in the shade. So the sun's kind of going in and out of the clouds. Hopefully it doesn't come out totally and just overheat the phone, because that has happened before. But hey, listen, I commend you for showing up to your mat. I appreciate each and every one of you, and you as well. And this is bothering me. Oh, shit. I don't know. Inhale. Exhale. Pull your breath in really deep. And keep it flowing free. Inhale, little bend in your knees, look forward here. End of your exhale, walk or just lightly hop your feet between your hands. Really good. Halfway lifty, flat backy, breathe in here now. Exhale, fold it down deep now. Now lead with your chest, everybody. Inhale, rise. Float it all the way up high. Lean it back, but lift out of your heart, everybody. Lift out of your waistline. Yeah, exhale, fold with your flat spine. Lay your torso out long and push your breath out. Inhale, halfway lifty, flat backy, breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank. Shift forward, lower halfway down. Upward facing dog. Open your heart, feed it through. We're not rushing anything. Savor it. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Yoga, in a lot of ways, well, I shouldn't say a lot of ways, but in some ways, it's like a good glass of wine. Not that Lynette would ever know what a good glass of wine tastes like, or myself. But you don't want to sit there, you don't bring your funnel, and you just don't take that thing and take it down. You want to sip it, kind of swish it around and bring the air in and taste it and really savor it. Let's try to do the same thing with each and every cycle of breath. Let's try to do the same thing with each and every movement, every static hold, every sensation that arises. Can we just sit with it, kind of savor it, and breathe through it? Inhale. Exhale. Pull your breath in and move your breath out. Inhale, strong arms, hips pressing back here. End of your exhale, walk or lightly hop your feet between your hands, heels and toes touch. Inhale, find your halfway lift, flat back and breathe in, Awesome. Exhale, fold down deep and empty on out. Lead with your chest, everybody. Inhale, rise. Float it all the way up high. Lean it back just to that perfect degree. And then exhale, fold all the way back down. Whatever we do mindfully. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back it, breathe it on in. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank, shift forward, lower halfway down. Skip this if you need, modify if you need. Upward facing dog, feed your heart through and make it sweet. And then exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe well. Breathe really, really well. Savoring every breath. I mean, trying to soak it up and feel it. Feel it being soaked up by every cell of your being. And speaking of, we're touching, taking care of, and maintaining everything physically. We're doing so in a mindful way, right? So it's physical exercise, a mental exercise, but before you step off your mat, you'll have affected positively every single cell in your body. So this is huge what you're doing for yourself. A huge, huge service. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward here. End of your exhale, walk or lightly hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift, pull out through your chest and lengthen your spine. Good, exhale, fold down deep and empty out. Lead with your chest, everybody. Inhale, rise. Float it all the way up high. Lean it back till your body's just like, oh, yeah, that's what I need. Exhale, fold all the way back down. Lay your torso out long and push your breath out. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back and breathe in. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank, shift forward, lower halfway down. Upward facing, feed it through and make it sweet. And exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Beautiful, everybody. You're doing amazing. Let's go 4 more breaths here. Deep breaths. And we're in no hurry. This is our slow power flow. Take 1 more flow on your own. Surya Namaskar 8. Add, skip whatever you want. Okay, take a break if you need. Breathe really big. And I'll meet you right back in downward facing dog. Awesome work. Woo! You dogger. From here, everybody, step your feet a little bit wider apart and see if you can, if you need to shorten your stance, widen your stance, lengthen your stance, you'll find out. See if you can reach back with your right hand to the outside of your left leg. Now, if you can't quite get it to the outside, you take it to the inside. You might like start up around your thigh or your knee, but then slide it down around your ankle. And for everybody, this is going to be different like every single posture. But glance under your left armpit here. Keep driving into your left hand, pulling with your right hand. Now, if you're feeling strong and you're feeling balanced and you want to lift your right leg up, you can totally do that. And even if the leg doesn't lift up and you're just starting to take a little bit of weight out of it, like the toes get kind of light, that's cool because everything builds in increments. 2 more breaths. Inhale. If you fall, you fall. Exhale. 1 more breath, y'all. Take an inhale here. Really good. Exhale, release and shift forward to plank pose, high push-up. And then squeeze your legs together and ground into your right hand. And then inhale, roll open to your left for side plank pose, Vashisthasana. If you need to drop a knee or forearm, I encourage you to do so, okay? Steady your visual gaze. Create this lift and this crescent shape on your right side body, which is going to help massage your liver, your gallbladder, your ascending colon. And we're pressing into our right hand, like this shoulder is active, this arm's active, it's engaged. We're not just going through the motions. It's not just a kickstand. If you are feeling strong and you want to scissor your left leg up, you can do that. And then take your left hand overhead so that your biceps by your ears. Yeah, there you go. 2 breaths here, y'all. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Reach a little bit longer. Exhale. Release to plank pose. High push-up. From here. Inhale. Lower halfway down. Elbows tuck in. You could drop to your knees if you need. Exhale. Press straight back up. Oh, straight back up. It's not too late to drop to your knees, y'all. Inhale, lower halfway down with control. Exhale, straight back up. Good. Let's see if you can do it without making that face now, y'all. Inhale, lower halfway down. Exhale, straight back up. Hips high, downward facing dog. Again, step your feet wide towards the edges of your mat, just like we did a moment ago. And we're going to switch it up. Left hand to your right leg. Left hand to right leg. Glance under your right armpit. Okay, see where you're at. Pull with your left hand and get that twist in your your thoracic spine. And if you'd like to challenge yourself and you want to lift your left leg up, you can totally do that. Inhale. Awesome, Lynette. Exhale. Whoa. 2 breaths. It's a tough one, y'all. There's a reason I don't demonstrate this stuff. Last breath here, everybody. Inhale. Awesome. Exhale, release, shift forward to plank pose, squeeze your legs together, ground into your left hand, and inhale, roll open to your right, side plank pose. There we go. Crescent shaping our left side body, spleen, descending colon, left hand, left shoulder active and engaged, that whole arm, that shoulder should be solid. And then maybe you want to scissor your right leg up, maybe not. Right hand overhead, bicep by ear. Her heel is pressing and her hand is reaching. So we're really creating some space here. Awesome, awesome job. Let's go 1 more. Inhale, reach a little bit. Exhale, release to plank. You could drop to your knees if you need. Inhale, lower halfway down. Your elbows tuck in. Exhale, straight back up. Inhale, lower halfway down. Exhale, pressy back up. Last one. Inhale, lower halfway down, Cobra. No. Exhale, press it up. Send your hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. He goes after bees. For some reason, he's got something with bees. So if I have to rush off on this, because my dog got stung because he's messing with bees. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward here. End of your exhale, walk or lightly hop your feet between your hands. Heels and toes touch. Hey. Inhale, halfway lift. Pull out through your chest and lengthen your spine. Beautiful. Exhale, fold or down, eight, nine. Now inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips, lift your chest, and stretch your hands high to the sky. Exhale, forward fold, straighten your legs. Go ahead and dive it on it, see? Inhale, halfway flat back and breathe in here. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank, shift forward, lower halfway down. Upward face and feed your heart through. You can skip whatever you don't need. Cobra, no. Exhale, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg, breathe it on up, reach it high. Exhale, let's go knee to nose, shift forward, push your breath out. Inhale, reach it high. Awesome, and then exhale, sweep it all the way through to your hands. Stack your knee right above your ankle. Inhale, root down and rise up and reach up and stretch up high. Good. Stay tall, everybody. Exhale, just slide your hands to heart center and push your breath out. Your chest stays lifted. Inhale, sweep out, sweep up, reach up and gather. Exhale, hands to the ground, step it on back. Lower down slow, elbows tucking. Upward face and open heart, shoulders back here. And exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Left leg, everybody, breathe it on up, slow with your breath, therefore slow with movement. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, reach it high. Good, and exhale, sweep all the way through to your hands. Root down, rise up, reach up and fill up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep out, sweep up. How deep can you breathe here, everybody? Beautiful work. Exhale, take it on down. Step it on back, y'all. Move it on through. And downward facing dog. And breathe. All right, what's the quality of your breath? That is reflective of our state of being and the quality of our mind. You're doing amazing here, everybody. And although this seems, for some of us, might be overly simple, a lot of times it's what we need is to simplify our life in order to take some of the stress and the tension out. Simplify. Believe me, we're going to leave no stone unturned. You know that, okay? Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward here. End of your exhale, walk or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, find your halfway lift, your chest pulls out and your hips pull back. Exhale, fold, dive in and push your breath out. Inhale your chair pose, sink low, reach high, breathe big. Exhale, forward fold, dive it on it. Good, halfway, flat back and breathe in here. Exhale, plant your palms, step to plank, shift forward, lower halfway, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing is really sweet, feed your heart through. And exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing donkey. Inhale, breathe, right leg, send her up high. Exhale, knee to nose, empty out. Inhale, reach it high. And then exhale, see if you can step it through, heel, ball, toe. Inhale, rise up, reach up and fill up. Good, stay tall. Exhale, hands to hearts, empty out. Inhale out and up, breathe big. Sweep them out, sweep them up. Exhale, take it on down, step it on back. Move through your flow, everybody. You're doing amazing. I'm going to let you take the left side on your own because I know you know where you're going, right, Lynette? Yep. We shall see. We shall see, huh? Cobra, get. It's that knee to nose, everybody. It's crescent pose. Hands to heart, sweep it on up. It's really simple. Breathe well. Nice job, everybody. Downward facing. Breathe well. Inhale. Exhale. Move your breath in. And move your breath out. All right. Inhale, strong arms, hips pressed back. End of your exhale, walk or hop your feet between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back and breathe it on in. Exhale, fold down deep and push your breath out. Now inhale, chair pose. You're familiar. Sink low, reach high, breathe in. Stay here. Let's go eagle pose. So right arm underneath your left for Garudasana. A steady gaze, steady breath. Start now to shift your weight into your left leg. See if you can take your right leg up, over, and around your left. And then try to be the shortest person in the room with the straightest spine so your chest stays lifted. And if you can, you're bringing alignment right down the center of your body with your nose and chin and your wrists and your elbows and knees and ankles. And if you can make that double wrap like Lynette, great. But if you're someone like me, that puts a little bit too much pressure on my interior knee. So we're here for another 3. Steady gaze. We're going to just easily unwind in 2. Okay, slower than you want to move, everybody. Shift your weight. Well, the weight's already in your left foot. Inhale, unwind your arms. Pick your right knee up to about hips height, hands high. And then slow motion airplane pose. It's our slow power flow. Steady gaze, steady breath. And I know you're feeling your left leg. Squeeze up and firm your left quadricep. Just for about 2 more breaths. See if you can squeeze your shoulder blades and broaden across your heart. Really, really good, y'all. Take 1 more big, beautiful breath in here. And then bend your left knee, step your right foot way back, hands to the ground, low lunge. Inhale your left leg high to the sky, 3-legged doggy. And then bend your left knee. There we go. Now let's get into some open hip stuff. Couple big circles clockwise and counterclockwise with your left knee here. Yeah, Inhale, right leg back up high to the sky. Exhale, sweep all the way through to your hands so you're in a low lunge. Look up and lengthen out a little bit. Breathe in. And then exhale, go ahead and walk your hands to the right and straighten both legs and parallel your feet. There we go. Feet are either parallel or toes in, heels out. And then see if you can maybe grab your ankles, your big toes, the outsides of your feet. Do shift a little bit more weight to the balls of your feet. Halfway lift. Just look up a little bit. Breathe in. And then exhale, fold down deep. And make it like, oh, man. This is what I need. Just to slow things down. Because physically, we build strength, but we also create openness and length in this practice. And you don't want to rush through that, right? You want to get all that you can possibly get out of it. So I'm really glad you're here. 2 more breaths. In you. Exhale. 1 more. Breathe in here. Exhale it out. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lifty, flat backy. Breathe in. Exhale, hands to your waist. Strong stomach, flat spine. Let's inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And then exhale to warrior 2. Turn your left toes out. Bend deep into your front left knee. Took us 40 minutes to get to warrior 2, y'all. Oh, damn. So we're going to marinate in this one for a few breaths. We're going to marinate in some side angle pose for a few breaths. And then we'll move on. Now, Lynette looks awesome here. Were you a Bikrams?
Yes.
Okay. I can look at their postures a lot of times and tell, like, hey, did you come from Ashtanga or did you come from Bikram? Here she looks like a Bikramite. Let's see, how can I explain that? Just with the really low hips here. She's got this heel to arch alignment. This knee is stacked, right? A lot of times, remember, your knee wants to pull inward, so aim true and point your knee straight forward. And she looks really good with her shoulders stacked above her hips. That's awesome. Inhale, taller in your spine, long in your arms, create that space, and exhale, heavy in your hips, but even in your legs. 2 more breaths here, y'all. You new? Exhale, another full. Drink it up, you new. Exhale it out. Oh, she feeling that one. Inhale, start to reach and lean forward. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Aha. Take a break when you need. Right? She's got her hand to the inside, and see how her hand is right here. That's another symbol. That's another sign that she was a Bikramite. Right? Just with that. And there's nothing wrong with that, everybody. You know. Unless you're Bikram himself. I'm going to go ahead and say that out loud. Or you have the unfortunate had to work with him or anything. Anyway, everybody, let's take our right hand overhead and let's go in more towards Ashtanga. How about that, huh? We're going to intensify this line of energy on our right side body. Roll right shoulder back. Create all this space. We're just going 2 more breaths, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. How about 1 more, huh? Inhale. Exhale. Really good. Inhale. Come back up to Warrior 2. Straighten your front left leg. Yeah. If you need to shorten your stance, go for it. Inhale. Start to reach and lean forward here. Exhale. Triangle pose. There we go. So after that long hold there, this hamstring stretch, this hip opener, that's going to feel really, really good, everybody. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Woo. Just go 2 more breaths here, everybody. Renew. Exhale. Just 1 more, huh? Inhale. Exhale it out. All right. Inhale. We're just going to come all the way back up. And then exhale. Step your right foot to your left. Hands to heart center, top of your mat. Inhale, chair pose. Sink your hips and lift your chest and reach your hands high. And we've got eagle on the left. So swing your left arm underneath your right. Shift your weight into your right leg. Left leg comes up, over, and around. Wherever you need. Now, that foot can act like a kickstand on the ground as well if you need some more stability, because this is kind of a tough one. Pull your elbows down. Try to be the shortest person in the room with the straightest spine. 5, 4, last 3. Slow motion, everybody. 2. Inhale, start to come to standing. Unwind and reach your hands high to the sky. Now strong middle from your core. Exhale, back to airplane pose. Dakasana. We're not here very long. Steady gaze. Steady breath. Really, really good. We're going 2 more breaths here. Inhale. Exhale, 1 more. You're doing awesome, Lynette. This is beautiful. Inhale. And then bend your right knee, step your left foot way back, low lunge, hands to the ground. Inhale, right leg high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Oh. Bend your right knee, stack your hip. Take a couple big circles, clockwise and counterclockwise. So Lynette just did, she was kind of thinking a little bit, right? Rather than being led through it. And I kind of love when that happens. People are in class, they're going, no, it's this, it's this, it's this. And about 8 times out of 10, I'm right. No, I'm like, no, we got to go here first. But there's sometimes where I'm really grateful that they do point that out because I forgot something. But not today, y'all. Inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. It's slow flow. I got time to think through it. Exhale, sweep all the way through to your hands. Low lunge. Look up, little bitty, breathe in, yeah. Exhale, walk your hands to the left. Straighten both legs. Parallel your feet. Let's swim our hands behind us and interlace our fingers in our lower back. A little bit more chest expansion. Good. Halfway lift. Shoulders back here, everybody. Exhale, roll down or fold down deep. Dive in deep. And breathe really deep. We don't need to complicate anything, overthink or overanalyze anything. We don't need to rush anything to touch and take care of and maintain everything. Simple, slow power flow. Man, it's starting to get hot out here. Getting worried. One more breath here, y'all. You do? Great job. Exhale, release your hands to the ground. Inhale, halfway lifty, flat backy, breathe it in. Exhale, go for it. Hands to your waist if you haven't already. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, warrior two. Right toes turn out. Check one, steady visual gaze, or drishti. That's what we call it in yoga. And steady breath. This is our Ujjayi Pranayama, that deep diaphragm breathing, which is going to continuously stimulate your vagus nerve. It's a nerve that comes to your neck, and really the wandering nerve, they call it. Goes all over, but that shuts off our fight or flight and the stress response and brings us back to that healthy, healing state of rest and digest. You could use your breath at any point to stimulate it, to lower your blood pressure. Here we practice moving through simulated stressful situations while maintaining the breath, lessening stress response. Another full breath. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale. Start to reach and lean forward. Exhale's extended side angle pose. Remember, your forearm on your thigh is always a good modification. Stay narrow, stay lifted. Take your left hand overhead so that your biceps by your ears, and just notice, without overthinking or overanalyzing, notice all the places, sensation-wise, that this practice and this particular posture, this moment, is touching. 2 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Let's go one more, y'all. Inhale. Exhale. Really good. Core strength. Inhale brings us back up. Warrior two. Straighten your front right leg. Triangle pose. Inhale. If you need to shorten your stance an inch or two, go for it. Sometimes, some days I do, some days I don't. Inhale, reach. Good. Look for that length, and then go for it. Tick-tock your arms. Right hand down, left hand high. Breathe, breathe, breathe. It's really important. You know that, right? Because you can live without food for like 30 days. Water, 3 days, depending on where you're at. Breath, 3 minutes maybe. Saturate, oxygenate, rejuvenate every cell of your body. One more breath here, everybody. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do this side different, huh? Inhale, come all the way back up. Turn your right toes in once again. Lean back, open heart, breathe in. And then exhale, spill your torso all the way out, fold all the way down. And then from here, find a halfway lift. Hands under shoulders, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands low lunge, top of your mat. Drop your back left knee to the ground. Heel toe your right foot over to or past your left wrist for half pigeon pose. Oh, damn, y'all. Oh, damn. We the half pigeon, y'all. Half pigeon. Take it across. Yeah, I know it's been a while, but it hasn't been that long. If you want to take your block and take it underneath your glute, you can do that. If you'd like to take this on your back for the supine version, go for it. But take an inhale. Then walk your hands out, drop your head down. And go for it. Walk it out if you're ready. And breathe. The practice doesn't have to be complicated or rushed or forced or anything like that to move towards what its intention is. What is yoga? It is a process, it is a science of ceasing the fluctuations of our mind. Chitta vritti nirodha. And when our mind is all over the place, right, that's when we're stressed. That's when we have tension. But we can be a little bit happier when our mind is quiet, when it's calm, when it's here and now. So pay attention to your breath. That's what's happening now. It's a sensation. I know you always hear that in yoga, here and now. Oh, what's the big deal? Well, I find myself a lot of times when I'm thinking of the past, kind of in the state of regret, which is not a good frequency to be in. I find myself thinking of the future, it could be anxiety. What's going to happen? It's so uncertain. So we're just happier in the present moment. I mean, if you're with me here now, even if you're doing this later, in this moment, what's there not to be happy about? You're taking some time, hitting the reset button, taking care of yourself. This is really good. Inhale. Exhale. From here, everybody, walk your hands in, plant your palms, just step back to downward facing dog. If you need to pedal it out a little bit, go for it. Take an inhale here, press your hips back, and then just step your left foot forward, just step it forward, and move to half pigeon from there. Heel toe to cross, make the adjustments you know you need. Walk your hands out as you're ready. And go deeper in your breath. Deeper into this moment. Our half pigeon pose. And slowing our mind down, this one point in meditation, it is a meditation. And nowadays, I think you'd be pretty hard-pressed to find a self-improvement course, a self-realization course, without some sort of meditation in it. It is thousands of years old. And whereas, like, a lot of times physically, let's say with the practice, we stimulate and stretch, strengthen muscle. Well, we're doing that with our meditation, only the muscles are focus and concentration. Strengthening your ability to stay calm and not react. I mentioned at the beginning of the practice, science tells us stress response is responsible for so much of disease and illness. So if we're a little bit less responsive to that stress, it just makes sense that we could be quite a bit healthier, quite a bit happier. Couple more breaths here, everybody. And we are winding down. Stay with me here if you can. Got a couple more minutes left. But before you do leave, please, you got to make sure you hit that thumbs up, that like button for me. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Hit that subscribe button, share it. It's my intention to give value with these. So I really, really hope you're getting that. All right, everybody, last down dog of our practice. Come on back up. Step it on back, y'all. Pedal it out for just a moment if you need. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look forward, strong arms. End of your exhale, walk or hop your feet all the way through to seated. And then straight away, take your legs out in front, palms face up. We're going to roll on our back nice and easily, everybody. And from here, we're going to go straight to our happy baby pose. Happy baby. Let's move on with a spinal twist of your choosing. And then hit both sides evenly. And when you're all good, back to center. Both knees pull in one more time, everybody. And then go ahead and let it go. Let your legs fall out, your toes fall open, and your palms come face up along your side body. Lay back, close your eyes. Let's take a nice big inhale here together. Then through your mouth, exhale. Once again, inhale through your nose. Exhale, empty out. One more, inhale. Hold full. Release. Right, now you just let your breath become natural. Everything we've done up until this point has been to prepare us for this point. Let your breath be natural. Let everything soften and allow yourself, give yourself permission to bask in this peace, in this stillness that this practice hasn't created. It's returned us to it. Everybody, I'm extremely grateful to each and every one of you for tuning in, whether it's live or later on today or any day. Thank you. I love to share this practice, so again, I hope you're getting value from it. I want to thank my model, Lynette, here today. And thank you for your donations, your generosity. If you need the Venmo, it's at Namasteve Yoga, at Namasteve Yoga on Venmo. Thank you so much for honoring that system, everybody. I hope to see you again soon, live. If not, please drop me, hit that like button, but please drop me a comment as well. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to hear any feedback or what you want to see. The divine within me honors and bows to the divine within each and every one of you. Namaste. All right, it's 9:59.
Okay.
Go on your call. I'll bring your stuff in.
Okay, well, you can just leave it. And just...
Can I use your restroom?
Yeah, of course. Oh my gosh. Thank you. That was so awesome.
Thank you. What are you doing?
Oh, you're such a good girl.
Good girl.
Right around the corner there. You too.
Where's Vicky? He's probably waiting by the front door or something.
Inside, I think.
Vicky!
Yeah, he's definitely